Hey guys, today we're going to do a quick review on these Harbor Freight thumb drives. What do they call it? Thumb wheels, whatever. These are basically small ratcheting socket wrenches. These are meant really for small light duty jobs where you don't have a lot of clearance and you need to basically do something quickly by hand. They're reversible. And they basically, provide that ratcheting action by hand for you to do for those quick, easy jobs. They're very handy. I actually own a set of these, the Craftsman version, which are in my toolbox that I've had for 20 years, if not more. And, good made in USA Craftsman set. And then I have these Harbor Freight just for kind of like on the road jobs to throw in my travel toolbox if I'm going to help a friend or something like that. Because these get lost easy, so it's something to be careful of. They roll away easy, they're round, they roll, very easy to misplace or lose. So this is just my throwaway set. So I wanted to talk about them real quick, the quality, what to expect, and are they worth it? Because they're only like $6. They're really inexpensive. So right off the bat you can hear, just from ratcheting, these are dry as a bone. There is like no lube in there. And I got one of these open, so I'll show you. But yeah, they're pretty dry, and mine came pretty, like they're actually a little seized up when I got them. This one, this is the worst because it probably has the smallest gear. But you can hear it's kind of binding up a little because it's either dry or just, something going on in there. See, it's kind of giving me a little resistance by that 1/4 inch there. So yeah, they're a very handy tool. They're not meant for heavy jobs, obviously, because you can't get much torque on a hand thing. The odds of you breaking this are pretty much zero, because if you can generate enough force with your hand with these to break these, you're a gorilla and you should go live in the jungle, because unless you get one that's like massively defective. But yeah, you're going to run into the problem is, number one, they're super, super dry out of the box. And that's going to cause some binding problems and issues with it catching and all that. So I'm going to show you how to fix that. Real easy fix, takes a couple of minutes, and you literally need nothing more than a pair of tweezers. So, alright, so this one I already have taken apart. Ba-bing! All that holds these together, if you look, is there's a little split ring that holds these in place. And this is what it looks like out of there. So how this works is this goes in there, and then that split ring catches on that track, which you can see right here, that big track where the split ring rides and holds it in place. So that explained. Alright, now you look at this. I'm going to actually take these out of the way so we can look at this a little better. Alright, so this is dry as a bone, as I said. There is nothing in here as far as lube. Now, this is a 2-pawl ratcheting system, which is a very common design. This has been going on with round head ratchets for, 50 years. Almost everybody uses this design when it comes to round head ratchets. So there's no issue with the design. There's no issues with how strong this is going to be. You have, it looks like 3 teeth, so obviously that's enough for light duty jobs. I mean, if you're turning something under hand pressure anyway, that should never strip out under hand pressure. If it, like I said, if it does, more power to you. You're a monster. There's a little ball bearing in there that's spring loaded that catches it and keeps it in place. You can see this is really dry. It really doesn't want to move. So there's no further way I can see to take this down. Looking at it, it looks like obviously they must have had some machine that pushes down the ball bearing and then they slide in the pawl, and that catches in somehow on something. I'm not sure how it's retained. It looks like there's a little pin, but it might be a way to take it out, but I'm not seeing it. So, alright, lubrication. How do we lube these guys? I like to use basically a small thing of, let's zoom out of here. A small thing of just, this is pretty much used to be liquid bearings, but now it's just automatic transmission fluid or gear fluid. What I'm going to do is put a couple drops down in there where the ball bearing is. Remember, kind of less is more in this kind of case. You don't want a ton of grease in there. See, it's binding up terrible. we do? Break it right on camera? Yeah, we did. Yeah, check that out. Yep. Looks like the ball bearing isn't going in. So the ball bearing must be out of place. I'm going to give that a little push down. Hopefully that will get that moving again. Look at that, we broke it. Oh, there it goes. Getting the oil's starting to work now. So, you can see what you're dealing with here, guys. And that's going to need to be lubed a little more and dealt with. That ball bearing looks like is not coming in, so maybe the spring is a little seized up or whatever, so we're going to play with that some more. But this is why we do these videos, guys, so you can see these kind of things. Now, as far as lubrication, I'm going to use the Harbor Freight Super Lube. I like it for this kind of application. I'm going to take a certain amount. We're going to spread it on the inside of these teeth. Okay, we're going to take a little more. We're going to put it on these teeth. Oops, sorry guys, went out of frame there. See, it doesn't want to go back to one way, so I'm going to fiddle with that some more, guys. And fix that. It's probably just the balls out of place. Alright, so we're going to put this back in. Got to push that down to get it in. Alright, now we're not going to put the ring in because I want to do more work to this, but that's just going to be literally sliding it back down and forcing it back into place. But now let's listen to a lot quieter. Alright, sounds a lot better, and it's definitely a lot smoother. It's not such a machine gun. But yeah, it sounds a lot better with a little bit of lube in it. So we're going to work on that ball and try and get that fixed. Like I said, it's probably just seized in there, and a little bit of work, and it'll be fine now. So that's one of the things, guys. These are cheap. They're a couple bucks. You're going to have problems, but if you're willing to, well, with any tool, guys, you need to maintain them. I mean, these are something, any ratchet, any socket wrench, something like that, you should be lubing, you know, fairly regularly, once a year, once every couple of years, getting in there, opening it, cleaning it, and lubing it. So this is just, you know, one more piece to that. So, but these come dry as a bone, nothing in there. So a little bit of work. These are pretty serviceable, you know. You can hear it's quite a difference how that sounds versus how much that sounds when it's dry. But yeah, these are going to be great once I'm done with them. So a little bit of work, but really not that bad. As long as you can, you know, got a pair of tweezers, you can work that little ring out of the channel. These will be good as new and work out great for you. Okay guys, we're going to try and show you how to remove this retaining ring as a little bonus footage. Hopefully this works out. Alright, so I'm going to set the mic down, so hopefully ignore any loud noises. So like I said, there's this ring here, and all you have to really do is find the end of the split ring. You know, kind of run your tweezers around until it separates a little, and then just kind of dig in there. And there. That's simple. See how that popped up? And just pull it out. That easy. You can hear how dry this is compared to this 3/8, which I have working now, by the way. They still bind a little, guys. They're cheap, you know. They bind a little bit. Hear how much better that sounds? Yeah, what a difference. All right, so we're gonna move this last one, put it back together, and just wanted to give you a little footage on how to remove it. All right, we are complete. You can hear that is significantly quiet now. Last part of the job is going to be to lube my ball. Yeah. So pretty much you have the ball detent. Best way to lube it, just kind of get it, depress it with something, tweezers, whatever, and just, you see I'm using this little applicator here. I'm getting a little oil down in the channel and just kind of get the ball to move a little. so that the oil drains down into there. Use anything. You don't need to use tweezers, but you can see how it kind of is letting the oil down in. And that's it. This is completely and totally lubed. And now they sound much better and will last a lot longer.